Hi kids, this is Lindsay, part 2, grade 4. So, we need two things. You need your vocabulary list, as always. So take out your vocabulary list. And, of course, we're going to look at our world. So do me a favor, open your Our World to page 152. Now, I'll help you write page 152 and 153, but there are some words you might not know. So I need you to be ready with your vocabulary list, just in case you don't know those words. So let's look at this carefully. All right, on page 152 of Our World, book 4, at the top, let's read it. The more one skater pulls, the more the other one spins. Now, what does that mean? If you have two skaters, and this skater is skating, and this skater is skating, and this skater pulls. If she pulls, they will go faster. I know the science is a little strange, but trust me, that's what happens. Let's read the sentence again. The more one skater pulls, the more the other one spins. So this one will start to spin very, very fast. So this one pulls, and this one will spin. Number 2, the more you push the swing, the faster it goes. Now that's easy to understand. If your little brother or little sister is on a swing, and they sit on the swing, and you push it really hard, then that person will go faster, and your little brother will fly away. No, don't do that. The more you push the swing, the faster it goes. Look at the grammar. The more, the faster. The more, the more. Look at number 2. The more, the faster. The more you push the swing, the faster it goes. So if I say, the more Lindsay eats, the more handsome he is. So more and more. If I say, the more you study, the better your grade. So better, bigger, cuter, faster, don't say fatter. The more you study, the better your grade. Now sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's opposite. The more you play, the lower your grade. The more you play, the worse your grade. So the more you play, the worse your grade. But look at number 3. The more you practice, the faster you run. So more and faster. So let's look at the examples for number 1. We have to draw 3 things. We have to draw the picture. You see that picture? From the picture, you have to draw to where it says the more she pushes. So the picture for number 1, they're pushing a swing. So you draw from the picture to the more she pushes, and then go up the higher he goes. So number 1 picture, draw a line to the more she pushes, and then draw a line the higher he goes. For number 2, look at the second picture. Draw a line, the more he pushes down, the higher she goes up. Oh, she doesn't say up. The higher she goes. So number 2, the more he pushes down, the higher she goes. And the third picture, they're spinning, right? We don't have those on playgrounds anymore. They're too dangerous. People would get on there and spin really, really fast, and some little kid would fly away. It's dangerous. So let's read it. From the picture you draw, the more they spin, and then go down, the faster they go. So let's read the first sentence again. The more she pushes, the higher he goes. Number 2, the more he pushes down, the higher she goes. And number 3, the more they spin, the faster they go. All right, it's pretty easy. I think you're pretty smart. The important part is the grammar. The more you eat, the fatter you become. The more you study, the better your grade. All right. Look at number 1. The more he goes down, the more she goes up. Some of these are a little strange. I'll help you write number 2. The more she goes up, the more he goes down. So you have to write that. The more he goes down. The more she goes up, the more he goes down. So they're opposite. She goes up, he goes down. Number 3. The more he goes around, the more she goes around. Now you could say the faster she goes. But to me, if he goes around and she goes around, it should be the same. The more he goes around, the more she goes around. So if he goes around more, she goes around more. But actually, she actually goes faster. So the more he goes around, the faster she goes. I don't care which one you write. Number 4. Now, number 4, the more she spins, the faster they go. So if she's spinning them, like in the picture, they will go faster. So the more she spins, the faster they go. I think you can understand it. All right, page 153. They already wrote part of it for you. The more she pushes on the swing. Now there's a comma after swing. So when you come over, the is a little t. The higher she goes, the more she pushes on the swing, the higher she goes. Don't forget to write GOES sometimes. Look at number 2. The more the skateboarder pushes, ES, the more the skateboarder pushes, the faster he moves forward. Don't forget to write moves with an S, okay? Forward doesn't need an S. The more the skateboarder, ER, the skateboarder pushes, the faster he moves forward. Look at number 3. I think it's pretty easy. It says high she go. And we have to change that to the higher she goes, the more she feels dizzy. Or you could say the dizzier she feels. But the book writes the more she feels dizzy. The higher she goes, the more she feels dizzy. Actually, I don't like that sentence. I think it should be, the higher she goes, the dizzier she feels. Whichever way you want to write it. Number 4. All right. Number 4, let's look at this. You have you play soccer. Then it says good you get. So if this is going to be more. So the more you play soccer. The more you play soccer, how am I going to change good? The more you play soccer, the better you get. In that sentence, get means become. You become better. You get better. Same thing. The more you play soccer, the better you get. The more you play soccer, the better you become. Number 5, and the more we practice, the more we practice, the more we win. The more we practice, the more we win. All right, that's pretty easy for you. Now, I want you to take out your writing book. You should have your writing book nearby. Take out a writing book and a pencil and see if you can write these. I'll give you a few more examples and see if you can do it. So if I say, she eat candy. She eat candy. Now you need to change that because that's not right. The verb has to change. I'll tell you it's going to be eats, right? She eat candy. And then you write fatter. So, she eat candy, fatter. How are we going to write that? If you want a minute to write it, you can stop the video because I'm going to tell you the answer. The more she eat candy, fatter. Okay, here's the answer. The more she eats candy, or the more candy she eats, both are okay. The more she eats candy, the fatter she gets. The more she eats candy, the fatter she gets. Or you could say, the more candy she eats, the fatter she gets. Okay, if you need to stop the video, that's okay. I'm going to give you some more examples, and I want you to write them. Try to write them before I tell you the answer. If you need time, stop the video. Okay? Next one. You talk, friend, trouble, have. You talk, friend, trouble, have. So let's look. If you want to stop the video, you can stop it. I'm going to tell you the answer now. The more you talk to your friend, the more you talk to your friend, the more trouble you have. That doesn't mean your friend is a bad person. That means if you're talking to your friend in class and you don't listen, then you will have more trouble. The teacher will be angry at you. So the more you talk to your friend, the more trouble you have. Let's do one that's more and less. Spend money. You spend money. Money have. You spend money. Money have. You can stop now and write the sentence. You spend money. Money have. So let's look at this. Here's the answer. The more money you spend, the less money you have. So let's look at it. The more money you spend, the less money you have. So, the more money you spend, the less money you have. Well, let's do this. The more money you spend, the less money you have. That's what you should write. Sometimes they're opposite. You do this more, you have less. Now, this is all starting with more. Let's do one that starts with less. Okay? How about let's try this one. I know. Go outside. Okay? Right now we shouldn't go outside, right? Go outside and safe. S-A-F-E. So, go outside and safe. All right, you can stop the video if you want to write this, but I'll tell you the answer now. The less you go outside, the safer you are. Now, I don't need to write more. I just write safer. The less you go outside, the safer you are. The less, safer. The less you go outside, the safer you are. You can understand that. If you go outside, it's a little dangerous. You might meet somebody who's sick. So the less you go outside, the safer you are. I don't need to write more safe because I can just write safer. All right. Have we finished page 153? All right. Look at page 154. At the top, toward, away from, direction, lean. I told you last time we were going to look at this vocabulary, so I hope you know what it means. Lean. You remember there's a famous tower in Italy called the Leaning Tower of Pisa because the tower is leaning. It's not straight, so the tower is leaning. So it is called the Leaning Tower of Pisa, P-I-S-A. If there's a wall and you're tired, sometimes you lean on the wall. If the building is leaning, it will fall down. Oh no, the building is leaning, it's going to fall down. That's really bad. When you want to turn your bicycle, you will lean the way you want to turn. So if you want to go if you want to go, if you want to go that way, then you will, other way. You will lean your bicycle that way. And if you want to go the other way, you will lean your bicycle that way. And we talked about it before. When you lean your bicycle, you feel perpendicular. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the word? Oh, what's the force? Oh, no, what do you feel? Oh, centripetal force. That's the word. When you lean your bicycle, you feel centripetal force. So let's look at it. When you throw a ball, what pulls it toward the earth? What pulls it toward the earth? You don't need to write these. I'm asking you the questions. You probably already wrote them, so you know the answer. When you throw a ball, what pulls it toward the earth? Of course, the answer is, when you throw a ball, gravity pulls it toward the earth. Let's say the word again, toward the earth. Number 2, don't go in that house? No. Don't go in that hole? No. Don't go in that bathroom? Yes, the answer is bathroom. No, it's not bathroom. Don't go in that direction. If I'm telling you that's the wrong direction, I will say, don't go in that direction. Turn left. Don't go in that direction. Turn left. Number three, he is walking. Now, the music, because it's too loud. He doesn't like the music, it's too loud, so he's walking away from. So let's read it. He is walking away from the music because it's too loud. He doesn't like it. Number 4, when you ride your bicycle and want to turn left, you turn your wheel to the left. And we just talked about it, you lean to the left. Your body leans to the left. So, when you ride your bicycle and you want to turn left, you turn your wheel to the left and you lean to the left. Everybody understand? Good. Lean. L-E-A-N. Number 5, she is riding. She is riding. And look at it. The swings, because she wants to play on them. So she wants to play on them. She's not playing on the swings now. So the swings are over there. So she is riding toward. Maybe she has a bicycle. She's riding her bicycle toward the swings because she wants to ride on them. If you don't like the swings, you ride away from. If you want to ride on the swings, you ride toward them. She is riding toward the swings because she wants to play on them. Toward, away from, direction, lean, and gravity. All right, let's get our stickers out of the back. For Unit 9, take out the stickers. Unit 9, stickers. All right. Number 1 sticker for your Unit 9. When there's a wall and you're tired, what do you do on the wall? It's the same word. Remember the tower in Italy What is the tower doing? So, you should know the word. Number 2, this pulls you down. If you live on Earth, you don't fly away into space because something pulls you down. Remember what it is? All right, number 3. This is another way to have force. Not pull. What's the other force? I'll tell you the answers to number 1. Number 1, the answer is lean, L-E-A-N. Number 2, the answer is gravity. And number 3, the answer is push. So we have 2 more. If you want to go that way, let's say the post office is that way, but the bookstore is that way. Well, this is really hard to do on the camera. Post office is that way, and the bookstore is that way. If I'm walking that way, what am I walking? Oh, no, other way. Okay, let me explain it again. The way you are walking, you are going, no, that way. Oh, no, that way. So the way you are walking, you want to go to the post office. So which way are you walking? All right, the next one. Remember I told you there is a little thing in your ear, and it helps you when you walk so you don't fall down. So what does it help you do? So you don't fall down because you, what's the word? All right, I'll tell you the one before. The one before was toward. Toward the, toward the post office. It's very hard to do this on the camera. Toward. That way is toward. You're walking toward the post office. And the next one is balance. There is something in your ear that helps you balance so you don't fall down. If you are sick, maybe you have a cold, sometimes you're a little dizzy because inside your ear there is some pressure, so you cannot balance very well. You feel dizzy. All right. I think you have written have you done all the stamps? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We're good. All right. Look at page 155. All right. This is important. We talked about it a little bit last week, but gravity is a force which pulls you toward the earth. So if I say, what is that book? Oh, that is the book which my father gave me. If I say, what is that pencil? Oh, this is the pencil which I bought in 7-Eleven. So after the word pencil or book or force, you're going to use the word which. We used this before with who and that. It's the same thing, but now we're using things. Usually with an animal, we'll use which. What is that dog? That is the dog which bit me. The dog which bit me was green. Oh, no, not green, was brown. A green dog, so alien dogs. So, look at number 2. Skates are special shoes which you wear when you go ice skating. Which you wear when you go ice skating. I know what you want to say. You want to say, you wear when you go ice skating those shoes. But in English, you have to turn the grammar around. Skates are special shoes. Skates are shoes which you wear when you go skating. Let's look at number 1. Bicycle. This is a machine which you can ride in the park. I'm going to quickly give you the answers for page 155, and we're going to look at that. And if you didn't write it, you can write it now. You can stop the video. But if not, I'll go quickly through page 155. Skateboarding. It is a hobby which you do on a skateboard. Now, there are many things you could write here, but my sentence was, It is a hobby which you do on a skateboard. Only that hobby is on a skateboard. Skateboarding. It is a hobby which you do on a skateboard. You could write other things. Maybe your answer is different. We can talk about it when school starts again. You could say skateboarding. It is a hobby which you do in the park. You could say that too. But my sentence was, it is a hobby which you do on a skateboard. Look at number 3, friction. Now, I want to do the same definition. So if you wrote another sentence for number 3, I want you to write this. Don't erase yours, but write mine above yours. This is a force you feel when you rub two things together. This is a force you feel when you rub, R-U-B, two things together. We talked about it. When you rub your hands, you feel friction. So, look at the sentence again. Friction. This is a force you feel, F-E-E-L, when two things, T-H-I-N-G-S, rub together. Two things means your hands. But you know, if you make a fire, you can make a fire when you rub two sticks together. And when you rub it together, the friction makes it hot, just like your hand gets hot. So two things together. I'm going to read it again. Friction. This is a force you feel when two things rub together. Look at number 4. Tetherball. Now, we read the story about Tetherball, and you probably don't know what it is, but we read the story about it. Anyway, Tetherball. It is a game which is played with a pole, P-O-L-E. It is a game which is played, P-L-A-Y-E-D. I know that grammar is a little hard for you, but you can understand it. With a pole, P-O-L-E. A pole is a stick, remember? So, Tetherball. It is a game which is played with a pole, P-O-L-E. There are other things you can write, but I like my sentence. Soccer, number 5. Soccer. This is a sport which, there are many things you can write. This is a sport which is played with a soccer ball. Wait a minute. This is a sport which uses your feet, but I want to change it. Soccer. This is a sport which uses your feet or your head. Because, you know, soccer can be played with your feet or your head, but not your hands. Unless you're the goalkeeper, but that's not important. Soccer. This is a sport which is played, which can be played, which uses, U-S-E-S, your feet or your head, H-E-A-D. This is a sport which uses your feet, F-E-E-T, or your head. So if I ask you, what is skateboarding? It is a hobby which you do on a skateboard. What is friction? This is a force you feel when two things rub together. Tetherball. What is tetherball? It is a game which is played with a pole. And soccer. What is soccer? This is a sport which uses your feet or your head. You can use both or either one. All right. We're not going to play the game at the bottom. We've already looked at page 156 and 157 and 158. What I need you to do is learn your vocabulary words. The vocabulary list is a little long. If you don't know all of those words, we're going to have a problem. So, if we have another video, in that video we're going to write sentences with our vocabulary words. There are some strange ones. Look at page 2. Like the word phrase, number 60. You need to learn the word phrase. If I say, what does mama hoo hoo mean? You will say, oh, that is a phrase in Chinese that means so-so. So is a phrase in English. It means a way to say something. You need to learn those. Number 36, handlebar. We usually say handlebars because there are two, a left handlebar and a right handlebar. If you remember on Monday, we wrote a sentence, she rides Matt's handlebars. That means somebody sits on the handlebars when you ride a bicycle. And let's see. Oh, number 50. Let me change this. For 50, continue. It's important that you practice using the word continue to mean continue sleeping. So if somebody's sleeping and they feel an earthquake, do they continue sleeping? Some people continue sleeping. Some people wake up. If you're eating dinner and you see a cockroach, do you continue eating or do you kill the cockroach first? I don't know. So continue needs ing. You need to practice that. We'll practice it some more. Number 59, as a result. So if I say, she ate too much candy, period. As a result, comma, she felt sick. So I need you to look at the vocabulary on all of these pages and read them again. Also, your teachers have written page 5, 6, and 7 with a lot of sentences that you could practice a lot. All right, please do that. And see you soon. Bye-bye.